Hey YouTube, this is Eddie's Tech Talk, and a little bit of a different video coming at you guys today. We're going to take a look at the OneNote app and how it really complements and makes the Surface Pro device really that pro device, professional device, whether you're a professional student like me in college, whether you're a professional business person, you work in a business, or whether you're a professional mom, a professional dad, right? I mean, that requires work too. Got to keep all of your notes in one place, hence OneNote. And this device can really help you out, really help keep those notes in one place through the help of the Surface Pen and the Microsoft Surface itself. So let's just get into what OneNote is really quick, and then we'll get into what it does in a demonstration and all that. So again, it's just a way to keep all of your notes in one place. And how that works is on the left here, you can see I have all these different subsections. They're called sections. I think it's a subsection of the notebook. But anyway, it's a section in the notebook. You create a new section. So that's what I did, created a new section down here. You might not be able to see it because my face is in the corner there, but you just hit add section, create a section. Then we're going to add a page here. So within each class, which I would love to show you guys, but I'm not going to because the slides are the intellectual property of the professors, but you can create a page in here. So let's say it's a meeting or a lecture. We'll just say lecture for this one, 5:15. Okay, well, what are we going to put in this white space? Well, number one, you can type a lot of things. You can do that. So if you just type, I don't find typing notes ever good, and there's studies that show that doesn't help you retain knowledge, but that's what you want to do. You can insert tables, so let's say, grade 4.0, I don't know, and then maybe that corresponds to a letter grade, 3.0, that might be a B, right? So you can have tables, those kinds of things. And then maybe you want to annotate, so you can actually take that Surface Pen. We can see the draw menu came up when I got close to the device with the Surface Pen, and we can draw and say, I don't know, whatever we want about that. So that's pretty powerful. You can do a combination of those sorts of things. Of course, we can erase that. There's a lot available here. That's one piece of the insert tab is the table. You can insert a file, so any real file, and it'll insert it as this sort of object, as you'll see in a minute. But that you can put that in there, things to reference, things to see later. So you can keep all those notes in one place, and you can say, hey, double click here, look at this document for, those financial numbers, whatever it is. That's powerful. Printout from PDF, that's what we'll really focus on in this video. But you can also insert pictures, and I'll show you guys. I was looking at car pro-con list. You can see I was drawing with the Surface Pen. My handwriting is awful, but that's not the fault of the Surface. That's my fault. But we can see here it kind of inserts that as a weird object. But I actually saved this as a PDF, so it's not, I guess, a printout or a picture. It's a printout, but you can insert a picture just the same way. We can see that that's seamlessly here within the notes. It's its own separate object, but you can, draw all over that, anything like that, those kinds of things. And this really assists what I'm trying to do here. The window sticker sums it up pretty well, what I'm trying to say up here, but I wanted to kind of add some different things. And we can see here we've got those different subsections as well with different vehicles, different ways of sectioning off things with these pages, they call them. So let's go back to the test section, and we'll add a new page, and we'll just say, I don't know, meeting or test or something. And let's insert a printout, but first, to insert the printout, we have to generate the printout. So what we're going to do here, let's say your professor or someone sends you the PowerPoint slides before a meeting. Let's pull up that PowerPoint. Okay, here's the test presentation. You're going to go File, you're going to go Print to PDF, and then I like printing them out in the handout section so they've got the lines to write on. We'll hit Print. We'll save it. I already did a test, so we'll save it as test 1. Save. So pretty simple. You're just essentially saving the PowerPoint in a little different way than you're used to. Then you're going to open OneNote and be like, okay, I want to annotate on these. I want to write on these. We'll insert that right there. So pretty simple. You're basically saving or printing the PowerPoint. And now we've got it here, free to annotate, free to look at. So that's where the Surface is really, really beneficial. So I can pull the keyboard off. As you can see there on the screen, that happened. It knows it's in tablet mode now. I can zoom in here. I'm zooming in. And let's go full screen here. We can see across the top we've got the full suite of drawing items. Sorry if you can't see me in the camera that well, but we've got drawing. So let's say test presentation, Eddie's Tech Talk. Okay, maybe I don't know what Eddie's Tech Talk is, so I want to say, you know, I can write all I want about that. What is it? YouTube channel. And we can see it's really fluid. Can't really capture it on this video, but if I just take the pen and I drag it across the screen, I can look really close and see that it lags slightly behind, but this is the most fluid writing experience I've ever had on a tablet, on anything close. I've been looking for a device like this for years, so I could take notes, have them all in one place, access them anywhere. OneNote is in the cloud, so I have the app for my phone. I can see this anywhere. And it's awesome. It's just absolutely fantastic. Let's erase that. But each writing implement actually behaves differently. So this is like a pen, kind of like a gel pen, a rollerball pen, maybe. And we can just see we've got different colors of that. And then you can go into them and you can change the color. You can change the size. So we can make a very a larger green, right? That's probably not good for writing something, but maybe good for other uses, maybe art. So there's a lot you can do here in terms of the customization to write notes, to do art, any of those things. If I want to highlight something that's available, I can also go over and highlight things directly on the presentation. And each writing implement behaves a little bit differently. So we can see if I write a bullet point and I write test, okay, that's how that shows up there. But if I switch over to the pencil tool and I'm going to write test, you can see it looks differently, but I can also use this pen here and I can roll it to the side. So I can do test, and if you see it, that probably shows it better. If you write straight up with a line, okay, but you can actually roll the pen to the side, and that's what a pencil, right, a physical pencil looks like, feels like, operates like when you're writing with it. So if we do that again with the pen tool, okay, and then we can see I'm leaning at the pen at the same angle, and we're not getting that shading element that you get with the pencil tool. So there's a lot available here. There's a lot to do. You can also insert shapes if that's your thing. Okay, you want, maybe you're off to the side, you're drawing a diagram. You want to draw this line of subscribers, let's say. And you don't want to draw that line for whatever reason. You want to put the line, and we can see there that we have that line in there, and I could say equals like audience or something, or the arrow to audience. So I've done that a lot in the past. If the professor's talking, there's too many notes to take on a slide. All right, I'm going to branch out over here. Wow, that was the worst arrow ever. I wasn't looking at the screen. But I'm going to branch out over here and expand on those kinds of points. So we can see pretty quickly in here, we're able to get, really detailed notes, very accurate things in terms of the meeting, the class, whatever, and you can zoom in as much as you want, and it will constantly rescale, so it doesn't show up the best on the recording, but when you're doing this, if something looks a little blurry because it's kind of small, you can zoom all the way in and just scroll over and write whatever you feel like writing. Obviously, when you zoom out, it's not going to be as spread out as your earlier writing because you're more zoomed out, but you can zoom in really, really far and get a lot of different font sizes, draw things in more intricate detail. Anything that you want to do, you're really able to do with presentations for OneNote. So we could say something like financials are up or something. And then there's other things you can do as well. Like let's say that I want to, I draw this diagram off to the side here. And I drew it off to the side, but I really want to connect it with the diagram subscribers audience. If you hit the button on the Surface Pen, you can actually circle that. And we can actually move that as an entire fixed unit now up to that piece there. So we can move entire artifacts, entire drawings, all of that, right? That one I didn't do a great job circling, but we can see I can move around just about anything in any way that I want, entirely separate of any other drawings, any other pictures, anything like that. So this quickly enables you to draw, annotate, and do a lot of different things. If you do pay for an Office 365 subscription, you can get access to the math module. So I'll just do like 2x plus 3 equals, I don't know, 12. And so if I circle that, I should be able to do the math button. But it doesn't always work the best. So let's see if it'll fix it. Let's just see. There we go. So that actually showed up if we did ink to math. So we can then select an action. Okay, I want it to actually solve for x, right? So it'll do that. I don't know why this box is kind of cut off here. But 2x plus 3 equals 12. What? 12 minus 3, 9 divided by 2. So, and I think that's actually what it solved for here. And I think that I can insert that back into the equation. Maybe not. Maybe I might need the keyboard for that, which isn't connected right now. But it will give me the solve for x, and it'll actually show the steps. So it will show all of the steps required to solve for x in this equation. So that's really, really cool. Not a feature I used as much, but if you're in high school maybe, or you're trying to solve more complex equations and you have an Office 365 subscription, that is available. And it works out pretty well. It's just because my handwriting's not the best that I'll have problems from time to time. Same thing, we can do writing to text. I can't talk today. So if I want to circle the audience, right, which you can read that that's audience, not the best penmanship. Let's see if that will work. We can do ink to text. Let's see if that picks it up. And that did pick it up, audience. So you can do whatever your heart desires in terms of math, in terms of ink to text. But let's say if we want to circle something a little more complex, like this Eddie's Tech Talk with the bullets and the highlighting, we know what it is. Will ink to text know what it is? No, it doesn't. The E is messed up. You can see it gets it mostly right, but not exactly the award-winning best feature of Office there. And if we want to go back and erase, the Surface Pen works like a pencil, actually. You can turn it over and actually just erase with the eraser end of the pen. Or you can go up here, select eraser, and draw with the pen side, the writing side of the pen, and erase that way. Or again, you can just flip it over and do it that way. So absolutely awesome features. This is really, to me, the selling point of the Surface. This is why you would buy a Surface Pro. The Surface laptop does everything the Surface does well in terms of tight software, hardware integration, fantastic build quality. It does all of that already, lightness, thinness, but it's a better traditional laptop. This is why you would buy the Surface, is for use of the Surface Pen, for use of something like OneNote and the writing capabilities, or this is, again, just in the lecture PowerPoint format. If you want to make your Christmas list, we can see over to the left that I did that. That's possible. I can go to the Car Pro Con list again, and I can just write notes. You can write a grocery list on here. There's a lot of different ways to utilize OneNote, utilize the capabilities, and it's always uploaded to the cloud, as we can see up here. Always uploaded to the cloud, and we can share the notebooks. We can print as a PDF, which I've done a couple times. Absolutely fantastic capabilities with the Surface Pro and with OneNote. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section down below. I know it's more of an instructional video, a little bit of a review video, just a bit different than usual. Again, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys liked this. Are you going to go buy a Surface Pro? I wanted to showcase some of the really cool features. I've used this every day for 2 semesters now, and I can't imagine going back to a traditional notebook because I can read these. If I got my phone, I can read the notes on my phone. I don't need a backpack. It doesn't add weight because I bike to class. It doesn't add weight in terms of taking several notebooks. Really fantastic experience. That makes the Surface alone worth the price for me. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.